So now let us look at the phase 3, which is like solving the middle layer, specifically the middle of the middle layer, not the middle, the side middles of the middle layer. Yeah, because the middles are already solved, because you cannot move them. You can only change its orientation. That doesn't affect anything. Okay, so assume that this is the black layer, this one, the only solid phase that we have right now, and this one is the like this one, and I moved that one down. Yep. And then I go to the face which is directly opposite to this face, which is this one, and move this middle piece like this, and then I move this one up, and finally I move this middle piece up. Okay, wait, middle piece up, and I want to bring this one here. So the way that I do this is I move this last layer to the right side, and do mind that moving this last layer clockwise or anti-clockwise does affect the middle pieces, the middle edge pieces of the last layer. So yeah, be careful with it. So now move this one down and move this piece back. Yep. So it does basically a few specific things, which is like if you move this side down, then this piece goes to this side. So the yellow goes here, the green goes here, and this piece goes here. So basically this green goes to this place, and the orange goes to this place. So another thing that I forgot to mention is like when you move this down and do the type of steps that I just showed, this piece moves here, but what happens to this piece? This edge piece. So basically what happens is it comes to this layer, this last layer, and it comes in such a way that the blue comes in this layer, and the orange piece goes to the this yellow layer, and that's all. I sincerely think that this much of information is enough for you to solve this second layer, and if you want, you can also use this additional piece of information that when you rotated this and did those steps, you reached some conclusions, some ways in which transformation happen, and you can think of moving this layer down and doing the same steps of motion, but in some mirrored fashion to say, and you can actually guess on like what kind of movements will happen of those pieces, and some piece on this last layer. Try to find that without doing this, and I think you will be able to find it, because it's just a mirroring thing, right? Try that, and by both of these methods, like the original one and the mirrored one, you can actually solve the second layer, and that's everything that is for solving first layer and second layer and corner pieces of the last layer. Finally, let's start with the last layer, the whole last layer, I mean, which is essentially only the middle pieces of the last layer, because the corners are already solved before. There are two problems right now for the middle pieces of the last layer, which is they are not in their perfect to say positions, so we need to move them to their required positions, and then we need to orient them as such that the yellow faces this yellow center. So first we will be focusing on how to get those pieces in their perfect positions, and then we will come back to getting those pieces facing their yellow parts to this yellow center, which is their perfect orientation, I mean. So for now we will only move those pieces, not caring about their orientation. So for that I will be doing, so the phase 4 goes like you can fix a particular piece, particular middle piece,
middle piece of the edge, I mean, and you can move every other middle pieces in anti-clockwise fashion. So for me, fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know, uh, fixing this and moving the three other pieces lands them in their required orientation. So red goes here, blue goes here, and green comes here. So I will be fixing this as my like non-variant piece. To do that, I will have it face me, and then I will bring that middle layer down, and I will rotate this. I will bring this back. I will rotate this again. I will bring this. No. Okay, I need to bring that black piece to the other side. So initially it was here. Now after moving it back, I move this middle black piece from here to here, and then I will reinsert it. Okay, doing it on one hand is kind of hard. Now it's done. As you can see, 1 2 3 4 uh, yeah, orange is as it is. It did not even change its orientation, and the other pieces went into their required position. So green is here, blue is here, red, uh, orange. So yeah, done with the position part. Let's start with the orientation part right now. This will be the last move. So notice when what I do and what happens when I do what. So this is my initial state. I will keep them on my farther and right side, and now it's on my farther and left side, and I will be trying to mess this middle piece and try to remess it. So here I go.
So this is my final state, and this changes into that. And if I do the same sets of transformation on this cube with keeping this two as my farther and right side, uh, what will happen is uh, all the uh, opposite faces, opposite middle pieces of the edge uh, will swap their places, and something interesting will happen with this too, which is they will actually change their orientation as well. So these two will change their orientation, these two will retain their orientation, and uh, this two will swap among themselves, and this two will swap among themselves. So for now, if I see uh, I need my like if yeah, so I need my blue piece on this side and green piece on this side, and same thing with this two, and I also need to have a change in orientation of these two, so I will keep them here, and the perfect orientation, the perfect orientation kind of middle piece on this side, and then I will do the transformation that I did earlier. This is a solution of the Rubik's cube, my way to say.